Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I have a giant Sephora bag, which means it's gonna be a great day. I actually have these Sephora Pro Palettes to play with, and I actually did this look on camera. We're about to hop to that right now. I hadn't touched or swatched or played or tried with anything, and I decided to do more of a cool toned pinky look. So I actually am demoing the cool tone palette today, but I also thought that we would just take a journey through these palettes because they are gorgeous. This is something so different for Sephora. I mean, they kind of remind me of the Natasha Denona palettes, and also the price is high. This is almost 70 bucks, but also, let me just flash you again, bam. So beautiful. So you have a mixture of mattes and metallics in each palette. The one that I'm holding right here is the Editorial palette. I might do something fun like this and post on Instagram. If I was to do like a wild look, would I play with like green, magenta, orange? Leave it in the comments below. Holy cow, I actually have never even dipped my fingertips into this palette. That is very vibrant. Okay, these are very powdery, so that is something to be warned of, but I mean, that looks really neon. So let's kind of take a look row by row. The top row has some shades that I think are gonna be good for changing up the shade depending on what you have underneath. This is kind of that, what do you call it? It's like an iridescent white that has a green undertone, blue undertone, purple undertone. Kind of reminds me of the holographic palette that Kat Von D came out with. These are similar shades to that. Then you go one step down, and this is just like neon central. You have some beautiful orange cranberry neons, a pink neon, some purples, and then you have a deep kind of smoky gray situation. Why did I just stick my neon finger in that one? Hello, get a grip on life, Tati. Okay, so moving down, you have a really beautiful metallic. Now, these are definitely chunky, so you probably would want to use some kind of MAC Fix Plus or a glitter glue if you were going to use any of the metallics all over the lid. And here's a look at the bottom row of this Editorial palette. This is the Warm palette. I have not so much as touched any of these, so the inserts that you'll see are me swatching at my arm for the first time, and I'm just giving you a look at my first try. So let's look at this top row. It's a beautiful neutral matte situation. You have that kind of baby bird, baby chicken yellow right at the top there. That is such a flattering color, very much a hard to find color until more recent years. I think YouTube definitely had something to do with that, because this was a color that you would see more often in actual pro palettes versus something that Sephora would carry. So that's kind of cool to see that in there. The second row down is just very nice and warm. The third row down is nice and warm. And the fourth row down is warm. I'm kind of over warm palettes. I don't know why. I'm just going through a phase where I'm just like, every single thing that I own is warm. And I need some freaking variety in my life. So I'm really into pinks and taupes and really kind of chocolatey charcoal browns. And that's why today I decided to play with this bad boy right here. Everyone's saying that this is the boring palette, but you know what? I don't agree with you. And I don't have to agree with everyone. And you guys don't have to agree with me, but I actually think there's a lot that you can do with this palette. Now, I'm not a fan of these kind of gray, like harsh gray tones. They can look really weird on the eye. They can look a little bit too heavy and just kind of create an off look. But the rest of these kind of plum, taupey shades, I am loving. I also do want to point out that I ordered 3 extras. I paid for these all myself, and I am going to be having a giveaway. So be sure to check the description box below on how to enter. I'm going to give 1 palette away to each winner. So there will be 3 winners, and the details will be below. Check it out. And now let's watch a mini tutorial. I'm taking my hydration to like the next level, you guys. I'm like trying to drink so much water. It's good for the skin. All right, so where shall we start? There are so many options, you guys. There actually are a lot of really nice, almost borderline warm shades in here. This bronzy shade in particular, for some reason it's coming up almost pink on the screen. Dude, that is so trippy. It is straight up gold in front of my eyes, and in the monitor, What is happening? This is like witchcraft before my eyes. I am going to go up here into this shade to start building up the crease. The mirror is super generous. That's blending nicely. Dang, these are blending really nice. I am gonna go deeper in the crease in this chocolatey shade right here that is not too gray. It looks like it has a little bit of warmth to it. Make sure to tap off that excess and go a little bit lower. All right, before I get color on the lid, I'm actually gonna move to the lower lash line, and I'm gonna grab that color that I just used in the crease, and I'm going to drag this along the lower lash line to smoke it out. I kind of wanna go in with a cranberry shade just to add a little bit of something extra into the crease, mainly on that outer edge. Have some kind of pop of color. All right, now we're gonna go on the lid, and I am going to take this shade right here on a flat brush, and I'm just gonna pack this on the lid. Dude, I thought these would be good, but I did not think they would be like this level. This is really, really pretty. I am going to spritz my brush with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, and I'm gonna take the shade that I was like, is it pink, is it gold, what is it? And I'm going to put this on the lower lash line, and I'm gonna focus this on the inner corner all the way out, about halfway. I'm gonna take a little bit of the cranberry shade on my middle finger and just really get that outer edge. I like to do that trick a lot where I'll take this finger right on the outer edge, and then I'll take the clean finger next to it and kind of blur and smudge. Okay, let's hit up the brow bone, and I wanna take this shade right here. It has a little bit of a sheen to it, and it's kind of pinky, just a little bit. Nothing that will be obnoxious underneath the brow bone, but I just think it's a pretty color. And I feel like I need to blend that out. So I'm gonna take a clean brush and just kind of blend this a little bit. It's a lot stronger than I thought it would be. All right, I'm not gonna get too crazy. I didn't wanna overcomplicate it. I just wanted to try out these shadows and see if I could come up with some kind of a fun look, pretty easy and quick, and this did not take a lot of effort. So what I'm gonna do now is put on some liner and lashes, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so as you can see, the look itself is gorgeous. I'm actually surprised by how well everything blended out. I kind of can't get over it. I'm gonna go and do my day. It is, again, very, very hot here in California, and you know, my makeup melts down a lot faster in the heat than it normally would, so it's gonna be interesting to see close-ups and in sunlight if this eye makeup in fact is worth the hype and stays put. I actually think these are kind of great, so I will give you the full scoop as we continue the journey through the rest of the day, and then of course I'll be wearing this all day and we'll do a final wrap-up, but yeah, I'll see you guys in just a little bit. You guys, I feel like my whole face is in meltdown mode. I was trying out some new products on my skin as well, but the eyeshadow is doing really good. Look at my eyes. There's not a lot of creasing, there's no fallout, it hasn't smudged, everything's holding up nice and tight and right, and I'm liking it. I will say this though, I have been swatching and playing with all three palettes all day long, and when we wrap this video up, I do have some final thoughts on which palette I think is better than others and all that kind of stuff. There's James. We're going to the grocery store. Exciting times. I've been just busy working because we're getting ready to go on a cruise. When you see this, I'll be on a cruise.
And I'm not really talking today because I haven't slept in 48 hours. Thanks, JetBlue.
The shade, James.
My friend and I were trapped in New York on the ground for 12 hours at JFK Airport because of weather. There was no weather.
There wasn't really weather. Anyway, let's go to the grocery store. Exciting times.
Yes. So Tati, what you got?
Onion and tomato. I'm making a fake meat burger tonight. It's healthy and wonderful, and I suck at vlogging. Let's just carry on.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Tati, you want to change some prices?
Again? Really? It always amazes me how many options there are for different beverages. I mean, there's so many options for coconut water, coffee, just really literally everything. I want something, but I don't know what. I think I want this. Do you need anything?
No, I'm good.
This is what I want to be eating. I kind of have a love affair with
Wait.
these.
These Cheetos are so hot, they need a glove.
Dad humor. Will you hold this?
I swear I didn't put that there. I swear I didn't put that there.
Not with this manicure though. No, it's not happening. Bye. Secret of mine, I'm obsessed with paste picante. Like, I need a lot of it. We grabbed an extra one, it's on sale.
Is it manicure friendly?
I'm not gonna eat it with my freaking fingers. What are wine gums? Do you know what wine gums are? Not today. You guys, it is like 10:30 at night. I am so exhausted and this makeup has been on my face all day long. Not even like I did my makeup in the afternoon. Like I did my makeup in the morning all day long. So this is what we're dealing with. There is now some creasing and fading, but it did hold up quite nicely throughout the day. I'm not mad about it. I don't hate these palettes. And now that I have spent a lot of time swatching, because I did swatch every single shade, and I want to share with you guys what my favorites are. So I do really like this palette. I want to say if you're looking at these colors, the row that is absolutely incredible is this bottom row here. It is phenomenal, and for some reason, the black and the cool tone palette is better than the black and the warm tone palette. I don't know why, that's just how it is. This top row kind of left me going, eh? Like it just really was very powdery, didn't really show up so much. These kind of more textured shades, you can use with a glitter glue or use them wet. I don't like them. They are pretty awful in my opinion, not my thing. So if you're looking at this palette and you're going, oh my gosh, this has those foils like the Natasha Denona palette, you will be disappointed. I'm gonna show you the difference, okay? I'm here to show you. So Natasha Denona, her foils are very much just bam. They are insane. Now they have a lot of micro glitter. They're a little bit thicker. You want to use a glitter glue, same kind of a thing. Now I'm really digging in here into this silver one, and you see not a ton is coming off of my, do you see? And it's just crumbly. It's just so crumbly, and even wet, it's just not good. And a lot of these shadows in all three palettes have that same issue. So if they're a metallic sheen, they're very pretty, but if they're a metallic chunky glitter metallic, they're horrible. And you can't really tell just looking at it which one is which. So I just wanted to fill you in on that as well. I do enjoy this. I think I will use this palette again for sure, especially these brown mattes. They are beautiful. They are very powdery. I talked about that. You definitely have to kick off your brush and you want to go back and build up. But for the most part, most of the shades in all of the palettes do not have much patchiness. There are, of course, a few that are really crazy patchy. So let me go back to this Editorial palette really quickly. If you're looking at these bright colors and you're like, man, I just want bright colors, I would try to get your hands on the Urban Decay. What was it? They had a neon palette where the texture was just so beautiful. Or if you want that neon pink, I think the Jeffree Star neon pink is so much smoother, better than the one in the Sephora palette, which is kind of what your eye goes straight to. So as far as quality, these are very hit or miss. That's my only big gripe. They're expensive. You're spending $68, $69, somewhere in there. I know it's almost 70 bucks. That's like what my brain every time just rounds it up to 70. So that's a lot of money. Now, is it as much as a Natasha Denona palette? No. Is Natasha Denona better? Oh my God, yes. They are some of my favorite shadows, but super expensive. And I get it that not everybody can afford that. So we have to have options, but there are more options than just these new palettes from Sephora. The Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, half the price pretty much. Great, amazing shadows. You have the same kind of theme where you have cool tones, shimmers, mattes, warm tones. I think that would be the better palette to go with, in my opinion. I'm just saying, I don't have a Morphe code. I'm not even saying that to make money. It just is what it is. I do feel like if you wanted the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, this one right here, and it's just too much money for you because this one still is very expensive. This one right here, you obviously get more pans of shadow and it has a very similar vibe and theme to the Sunset palette. I don't know, I can't get into this. I don't know why, I'm just not really into this palette. A lot of these were a little more powdery and choppy, and especially the more like supposed to be glittery ones were just a huge disappointment in my opinion. They just don't swatch very well. Like that's okay, but you can even still see there's a little bit of patchiness. So I'll play with these more. I pay money for them. They're not horrible. I was able to create a really beautiful look today and I was really happy with it. So I'm not saying like don't buy these, but I'm just saying they are not gonna be at that Natasha Denona perfection level. So that's just my vibe on it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and all the swatches and the little tutorial anyway. Also, I am still giving away 3 of the palettes, and details on how to enter will be in the description box below. I hope you found this helpful. Give the video a thumbs up if you did. I love you guys so, so much. She's melting, she's tired, so I'm gonna go wash my face, go to bed, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Mwah.